So this is I Love You Restaurant and Martini Bar. Originally I had the name as Old City, and as I made the logo roughs, I kind of came up with I Love You, and I got the olive, and I wanted to make the Y martini glass as well, but I just got this far. Let me see if I can find the.
Did you use Illustrator for
I did use
the
Illustrator, yeah.
Okay.
Where is the downloads? I'm trying to find my sketches.
Oh, yeah,
They on there
yank
too?
it off, I think.
Okay.
Yank them off, and then you can open them through Acrobat. Just stick them on any desktop you can locate.
Oops.
Just, yeah, if you see a piece of open space. And then go to Acrobat, and it'll open for you. Go down to the icon of the dock. And then go to File, Open. And then locate the desktop. And go change from show at the bottom PDF files to show all files. And now we should find your JPEG at the top.
That's it, I think.
There you go.
Not sure.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I came up with these ones as first, and then as I went by, kind of came into I Love You. I really like number 6. I just haven't really developed it yet. But I like that idea of the olive and the martini glass. But let me know what you guys think. I only did 6 of them, so.
Okay. So who's got some thoughts?
Can we see the computer one again?
Yeah.
Or can I
Mhm.
just scale it down?
Yeah.
I like that one.
That's pretty
It's
nice.
just extending off the sides, throwing me off.
Yeah, and exactly. I'm trying to find like a way to get the space in there. That's why I like number 6, but
Number 6 is cool.
it's cool. It's just hard to find the letters and fitting in there and just spacing, I guess. I don't know. But,
I think
yeah.
on your computer rep, the stick coming out of the olive could be thinner,
Okay, yeah.
and then you could even add like off the right end of the Y, just
Okay.
like
Kind
a
of more
really
in.
small.
Yeah, scale it in a little
like,
bit.
Well, no, just like a tiny little like half line, so it
Okay.
looks like a
Okay.
mirrored
Okay. I
edge
see what
of
you're
a
saying.
martini glass.
So it looks like a curve, like
Yeah.
fluidity.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
like a tiny one.
Yeah.
Just a little lip.
Almost like disappearing, you know.
Okay.
So it's
A little
almost
teeny curve.
so you can see through it almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if I wanted this to be there either, but I wanted to make like another line kind of to have it like there, but I don't know.
No
Just
line.
yeah, I kind of like it just for now. I don't know.
You could stack restaurant and martini bar and have it fit underneath the
Yeah.
OU.
Okay. True.
And rest on the base of the martini glass, the Y,
Okay.
like I don't know, like all of them like restaurant and martini bar
Okay.
are equal, and then
Okay.
they rest on the baseline.
Okay, got you down by the Y.
Yeah, maybe try that. That would
Okay,
be
cool.
I think you should draw your olive
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
add a little curve, you know, where the stick is going
Yeah.
into it, so it looks like it's actually puncturing
Kind of.
it. And
Okay. Cool.
Give it like some.
Yeah. I need to get some good
Sketch.
pens or something. Do you take a picture of yours, or you just scan it and put it on when you do your drawings? Do you scan them, or you take pictures?
Sometimes I scan, sometimes I draw directly
Okay.
in Illustrator. Do you have a tablet?
I know I need one though, cause like I'm dying for one.
Tablets help.
Yeah, cause I want to use the brushes and just go crazy with it, but I don't have
You
one.
can
So
check them out on the Deck Lab.
okay.
Yeah, but the pencil tool is really cool because
Yeah.
like the pen tool is really precise, but the pencil tool
Exactly.
you can draw like.
Yeah, if I can do manually, that'd be great. So
because you have
I need
smoothing,
that
right? Is that what you do to help?
Yeah, you
Help
can play with
aid
how
with
it.
the
once
how,
you draw it, then you can smooth it in.
Yeah, you can
and
double
stuff
click
like
on
that.
the tool,
Cool.
and it'll give
Yeah.
you all the
That's
presets.
awesome. Yeah, see, that's cool. I gotta get in that.
Trying to
But,
decide
yeah.
to put color in the olive.
Yeah, I was gonna do that too. Just working with black and white. Or I was
Just don't know
gonna.
if that's too much.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was playing around with it. I was even thinking about doing like the front of the menu, just an olive and the stick, and then like the O of the olive would be like the heart of the big olive. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but
Do you
yeah,
mean like die cut out?
kind of yeah. Like that O would really be the heart of like the big olive, and like I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain because I wanted to add color in some way, but it's really hard with it.
You could always add a reflection of green.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's an olive on a stick, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to make it.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought the O was the olive. No.
That little blacked out bit's
The
olive,
little-
right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the.
Yeah,
No,
I-
the blacked out bit is the pimento and the
Pimento.
olive.
That's
The
what I
whole in
thought
the
too.
Oh,
olive.
It
is
was the
it?
whole.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
whole in the olive,
That's
I
what
don't know how
I
to make it look kind of like more.
right?
I want to make this look more like a glass too.
Oh, I
so
get it now.
I didn't know if I
I
want to
see
put a
now.
line here or not. So.
Yeah, just like a
A
dip
little
line. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, disregard everything else you said.
Yeah.
Well, who's
I
that?
would no. I was just gonna say if I thought the little black bit in the middle was olive, like just the black bit. So I
Okay.
was gonna say make that stroke. Stroke weights.
Yeah.
Solo, but I mean that doesn't make sense now. That the whole thing's olive.
Yeah, I just need to play with it, but it's just an idea for now. But
I think actually what you need to do, yeah, this is your ref, right?
yes.
So are there more thoughts going on in here?
Oh, I like it.
It's fun.
a lot.
I think
Super
it's
fun.
Cool.
Just the
Yeah, I
R
went
and
with Old
T
City, and I was
Martini.
going with like cursive and kind of just wavy text, and then I kind of ran into "I love you" and Martini Bar. So.
So you got great feedback.
Yeah.
So first off, you made this name up.
Well, I was searching like olives and like all this random stuff, and then randomly a martini glass came up, and it was like "I love you." It was just kind of like a random like vector or whatever, and I just like went with it and did it on my own.
So I love you was
All of you.
all
like,
of
yeah,
you.
yeah,
It's
I
super
love-
clever, right?
Yeah, I
It's
looked
so
up olives
fun.
or like olives and sticks, and then like
Yeah.
randomly it just came up "I love
It's
you,"
great.
and I was like, "Where? That's
It's
cool."
totally fun.
Yeah.
And so Chelsea's comment is make a little teeny
Yeah, I see
curvy
what you're
lip,
saying. Yeah,
right?
get it to
Not so curvy. I almost picture it like disappearing, so that
Like
it looks
fading.
like the edge of a glass.
Yeah.
So okay. And
like a
then
sheer kind of like
I
don't-
yeah.
I don't know, the pointiness matches the pointiness of the font.
Yeah, I just
You
did
might
wrong
want to
design.
rotate your oval
Okay.
so it's not mimicking that
Okay.
oval. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel it.
Play with it,
Yeah, exactly.
right? I don't know.
Now I'll do something to the stick at the top. Make it look more
The
pointy or
font
something.
is beautiful.
Yeah, it's cool.
It does
Yeah.
look like it needs a little kerning though.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Right.
It has a little like
Yeah.
weird stuff.
Like there's too much space between some of the
Yeah,
letters.
exactly. Yeah, it's
AR
weird.
And then
ARCs.
Chelsea would say basically restaurant can be that
Yeah.
wide, and then and martini
Stacking.
bar can be
Okay,
that
cool.
wide. You could
To
try
make
that.
it in the,
You
yeah.
don't need more lines. Don't put a line down here,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
No,
I
and you
tried
can
to-
also
yeah.
you can even take off an edge of the bottom of the martini
Yeah.
glass and keep it and almost
let
mimic
that be
the
the
top
line.
curve.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yep.
And
Remove that.
one edge, yeah.
Yeah.
That well that edge might be the weight.
Yeah.
Like you might need that edge for the weight of it.
Anyway, it's cool.
Anyway, yeah. That's
Tinker
that.
with it.
I
It's
will.
a cool logo. I like where you're
Yeah.
going with it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's got a lot of strength.
I was
Is there
reading
more?
it as all of you, like the song "All of You."
Is there a song?
I have no idea.
Passing the romance.
Do you have menu refs?
Yeah, not too happy on it, so.
All right.
I'd rather not.
Okay. All right. Start working with color. Who's next? Anybody else want to go? Okay. Okay, come on up. Yours is a JPEG, so you can open your JPEG the same way. Go to Acrobat and go to have a good work day. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see you next week. So go to Acrobat. You're gonna have to do it that way, I think, and go to File, Open. And then All, and then it'll show up somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
You see it?
Not
It's probably an
that one,
image.
I think.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
that's a PNG.
Maybe it's that. Try that. Is
Yeah.
it?
That is.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, this is what I got so far. I've been like playing around with it. I have like my whole process in the photo, but yeah, pretty much I got the elements in there, and I wanted it to look like ragged, old.
Can you make it smaller for us, please?
It's very cool, but it might be too detailed for so far away. Like if you step back here and look at it from our perspective,
Yeah,
you
I think
can't.
so. I think
It's
this,
so cool though.
This
like,
picture
it's-
is like the quality on the picture is also like really bad.
Well, yeah.
It's a bit better, like
I think
because
you've made your elements more interesting, so there's more dimension to it. So your anchor's more involved, your compass in there makes it more involved. part of me kept wanting to say to you in my comments to rotate it a little. I'm not sure if that would be good or not good. I don't know.
Rotate.
I don't
like-
know. The whole wheel.
Oh,
Like, rotate it a little.
yeah,
Even though the name is not at an angle or vice versa.
yeah,
I don't know if that would make it more interesting or not. And then back here, we can't read the type on the ribbon, so you might need more contrast between the blue and the black.
yeah,
So a greater contrast, or just greater contrast, I think.
yeah.
I think the details, I think the fact that you made the rope in reverse, that's good, that's stronger.
Yeah.
The rough edges is good.
Yeah, they made a lot, I think.
But
I didn't
are
see
you gonna
before.
do a fisherman etching also?
No,
No,
I don't think so.
No,
I left
okay.
that. Like I tried it out, but
you didn't like it.
no, I can't pull it off.
Did you want to try that old engraver's kind of line art to create the logo, and then you could do a wash of color with it? I think we talked about it. Maybe I didn't communicate it
Yeah,
well.
I think I understand what you mean, but like I don't know how to pull it off.
Oh, really?
No, not really.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Chelsea?
I just had an idea to help with the vision, to help see it better. And what if you hollowed out the middle of the wheel and maybe the anchor was attached at the top, so it has a clear, rather than that light blue and the compass, like
Yeah.
take that out, so it's a little bit more, not so much color contrast. I mean, not so much color. What am I thinking?
More contrast.
More contrast. So it creates more contrast.
Yeah,
Just because it is hard to read, and it is from this angle, it's hard, you can't really tell it's a compass anyways. Like it'd have to be blown up for it to be seen,
yeah,
and it might just be nice, and maybe just a super simple anchor. Like you don't have to add the, two different
Highlights.
colors. You can just
yeah,
have like a simple.
yeah. I had that from the
simpler-
beginning too. Like only one color anchor.
Yeah, and you can just connect it at the top, and I don't know, just an idea.
Yeah,
That's good. That's good feedback, Chelsea. I think that more contrast is going to make it more viewable with smaller. I think that's actually the key.
yeah,
So your graphics and your elements are all there and they're all strong. It's just how you start to create the positive, negative space, the darks and lights,
yeah,
and just tinker with it until it feels okay. One of the things, I didn't know if you wanted to go down that road of engraver. It sounds like you don't want to. So
I like the idea. Like I just don't.
you might see if there's a brush in Photoshop
Yeah,
or a DeviantArt brush for engraving etchings, where you could just pick up the texture from it and
oh,
even just add that texture,
yeah,
like a texture brush,
yeah.
rather than trying to hand draw them.
That was the problem, I think.
Yeah,
the hand
'cause you
drawing
got-
part.
I know, it kind of got paralyzing probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it did.
understand. There might be something that's a brush that'll help you get there.
Yeah,
And in Illustrator, there might be a brush that gets you there. So just Google it, see if it's a possibility.
yeah, definitely.
Was there another hand across the room?
Yeah, it was me. I have one more idea
Yeah.
to throw another one at you. You could also thicken your wheel. And have you thought about just taking the banner out and putting the old fisherman on the wheel and almost punching it out so you can have a little bit more contrast? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand what you mean. Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. When I do stuff like this, I have to go so extreme with ideas.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? To
mean,
formulate what we're going.
Like put the old.
Yeah,
around
like, put
top
the
of
old
it
on the
and
top.
Fisherman down below. That
Yeah.
way it's
It just
Not
punched
smooth.
out of the wheel. Like I would make it thicker and keep the, agedness of it. I think that's really cool. And then you have a contrast there because right now the dark blue on the light blue is hard on the eyes to separate.
yeah,
And it simplifies it a little bit too.
yeah, it would. Yeah, I'm gonna play. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Might work. I would have to make the wheel a lot thicker.
You could add, yeah, and you can thicken it on the inside probably easier than on the outside.
Yeah.
And-
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like we said before, you have all the elements there. It's just a matter of scaling and
Yeah.
play with it. Although this looks good. Your rough edges of your banner looks good. I like that the rough edge on the banner. I
Yeah.
think it's just, you might need more contrast because it's a little bit of a fussy font.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure it's really easily readable. And, you know, maybe take the anchor away and leave the compass.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, your eyes go to the rope and they go to the contrasty banner. Maybe start simplifying.
Yeah.
See what elements you want to hold on to or don't hold on to. It's good. You know, one of the things that, because we're coming to a close of this menu, you know what I mean? Come next week with all of these elements put together, your type and your fonts and your menu and your layout and the way it's going to be bound, because it's kind of your rough. It's going to be your kind of polished rough,
Yeah.
because the time's going to creep up on you guys, right? It already has, right? So, but I think this is closer than you were before, so it's
Yeah.
good progress. Yeah, it's good. Anybody else want to do theirs? We got 15 more minutes.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
I'm putting in my menu, I want sort of a collage of neat looking desserts. They do have those on Google, but would it be better to pick single ones at a time and make the collage? You know, they're all different shapes and sizes.
You want to collage desserts, photos of desserts?
Mm-hmm.
What I suggest that you start with is create a mock-up, a dummy of your publication, of the menu,
Mm-hmm.
physically in paper, and start playing with the type and work with what goes on the menu first before you worry about the images. Because how you handle the type is going to help define how much space you have, how much information you have. Start there and then see what images get conjured up. Don't worry so much about the images. One of the things I am reluctant to encourage anybody to do is to steal images off of Google. Like, I do not Google. If you buy an image from a stock site, that's different.
Oh, yeah, but
If you take your own photographs, no problem. Use your own photographs. But if you start thinking that the menu will be great because of the photographs that you've pulled, when you pull photographs off of Google, for example, one of the ways when you create a publication, it's like when I was talking about Chelsea's and I said, don't do photos and do illustrations,
Yeah.
do either or. The other thing is when you pull different random photos from different places, they're photographed with different lighting, they're styled differently, they have a different feel. Photographs on menus, you have to decide if you want photos on menus. Sometimes we have conversations about whether photos on menus look tacky. Like, does it cheapen the menu? Like when you go to a Chinese restaurant and they have photos of your food. Is that good or is that bad? You know, do we think that's cheaper looking or not? So I would focus more right now for you on your publication. I would focus more on your
Oh.
publication.
Well,
and
it's
the
all
type of-
designed.
It is good. Okay. So then bring your rough together
Okay.
next week and we'll look for it.
All
We'll
right.
look at it. And have it printed and folded and so forth so we can see where it's at and then we'll be able to critique it.
Where can I get some blank legal size?
Well, you can print here on campus on the tabloid size paper and trim it to legal size. Tabloid is 11 by 17.
Okay, but I don't know how that printer works.
Well, in the DAC lab, will help you. There's always tutors in there. And there's some kind soul who will say, here's how you print also. So, does anybody want, we have like 10 more minutes. Anybody else want to? Yeah? Okay. Come on up. And we have yours.
Yeah, it's pretty. I like it.
Do you want to do yours too?
I kind of just want to hear really quick, like, if I should stay with what I had or continue with what I did here. I just added,
Come on up
like,
here. We're gonna. You each get 5 minutes. How's that?
I like it. Really pretty.
So what I had before was just plain white, nothing added, and instead of the logo up there, which I'm not sure if I will have yet, but instead of that, I just had the headline of the restaurant, Swords and Tales, in the same font as appetizers. But so, since I want it to be on like natural like brown paper, since it's gonna look like an old letter basically, I just made it a little bit. You can't really see it on the screen that it's like brownish, but it is here on the screen. Just added small little details like the little. You can barely see them on the screen. I don't know.
We can see it.
It's like
Yeah, they're
three
really pretty.
different
We can see it. It's
okay
wavy. We can
like
see it. It's pretty.
lines.
So this doesn't look old. It doesn't look
Yeah.
old. It looks very classic and
Mm-hmm.
very
And that's
pearl-like and very elegant and wavy. So
that's kind of the problem I'm having. I don't know if I should make it more like old looking or stay with the classy.
well,
Feeling
when you picked
and-
your logo, that was going to be foil
Mm-hmm.
or kind of suggestive iridescence.
Yeah.
Old went way out the window
Mm-hmm.
because you can't do a cream on cream or
Yeah.
a pearl on cream or something like that
Mhm.
and have it look old. Because one's
Yeah.
either like a vintage map that you unroll on the high seas,
Mhm.
which goes with a fisherman restaurant, or yours, which is like the pearl, the gem of the ocean,
Yeah.
which is iridescent. So it looks to me like how far you've moved along here. I mean, you guys dive in here. Looks to me like how far you've gone here is more elegant and
Mhm.
not old. Yeah.
And I don't know about the
Definitely
bottles either. If I should just how I should place the logo really, since it's gonna be like
Are you gonna
foiled.
put it on a? Is that you're gonna put it on a bottle?
I'm just printing the like white little
The label.
the label. The bottles are just transparent. So I really don't know if I can even have the logo. If I should put it on the label instead or
Well, you can. What I would do is I would go to a high-end wine store, not a grocery store, but a high-end wine store, and look at all the different wine labels and see
Yeah.
what they do.
yeah.
Because there's gorgeous.
Yeah, like
Gorgeous.
Le Marchand. You know where Le Marchand is?
What
Le
store?
Marchand is in the funk zone right next to the Lark. That would be a really great place to go and look at the
Okay.
wine bottles.
Yeah? I
Yeah.
haven't been there.
It's like they serve wine and beer, but they have the whole wall behind the counter is all wine, and you can
Okay.
smoke them.
What was it called?
Le Marchand.
Okay.
And where is this?
It's right next to the Lark in the funk zone.
Oh, in the Funk Zone. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to go to the Funk Zone and go beer and
Yeah,
wine.
and funk zone
Yeah.
has all those
Check it
wineries
out.
down there.
Mhm.
And go look at the labels, and I think if you spend a little time doing that, you're gonna say, oh,
Mhm.
and you're gonna feel confident
Yeah.
of what you can do. I
Yeah.
think it'll help you. And it's okay to depart from your original idea if you feel this is gonna be more successful.
Mhm.
The only other thing I do suggest here is if you go from desserts and you go back up to where it said meats, I think. Yeah. Okay. Swords and tails sides. That looks funny. Swords and tails sides.
It looks like I think there needs to be a little bit more space.
Yeah, or you don't need swords and
Yeah,
tails.
drop the swords
And just
You
leave
mean
sides.
on like the logo or?
No,
Above sides.
on sides.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
I do
Okay.
think there needs
You
to
don't
be
need
a
that.
little
Yeah,
bit
that's-
of space.
I think that's a mistake that
Okay.
I did.
And then
It's not supposed to be
the
like
font
that.
you have for meat and poultry is quite elegant. And that's what I noticed. Your apper sounds beautiful and everything.
Mhm.
And then you go to the next page where you have appetizers. Down. Go Oh,
I
sorry,
think
entries, it
appetizers
doesn't matter.
is-
Stay with entries, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
I find that competing with like fish and shellfish.
Mhm.
So that font's too big, too loud, too heavy when everything else feels like the right weight for your logo.
Okay.
I personally just eliminate it.
So, but the thing is, this is
Unique category for entrees.
this is different pages. So this is like the entree
Sans serif,
page,
like
and this
something
is
more-
appetizers.
Yeah, maybe. Well, then scale it down.
And this
much
is like the
smaller.
continuing for entrees. That's why I don't have anything
No,
on this page.
I understood that. Try
Um,
scaling it down.
okay.
It's just disproportionate to everything else you got going on.
Yeah.
It's like at least twice as big as the, the snapper,
Yeah.
the food item. I don't know. It just feels it overpowers the page,
okay.
unless it's again that little soft pink color
Yeah.
of the logo or something.
Yeah.
What font is that?
I downloaded it. I think it's called Young and Beautiful, something like that.
That's good.
But I'm not sure about the logo either. I haven't really decided on this logo yet. But if I should have it up there and if it should be in that size.
You had, I don't know if you all, we're running out of time. Okay, you get one more minute, that's it.
That's okay,
We have-
no, you can keep on going.
Well, you had a logo, I want to blow up your logo. You had a logo which had lines on it, and then you have
Mhm.
this logo which has no lines on it.
And I did a few other options like a
Yeah.
simpler.
And personally, I find this one to be so clean and so simple. It's so understated and elegant. That was my preference, that
Yes.
one.
I like it too.
I like that, that's way better.
You had one that had lines like the shell.
Yeah.
And you were going to foil them or something like that, and they were distracting to me.
Yeah.
They felt, but this flatness,
Yeah.
yet you've created depth with a shell. We can all tell it's a shell, right? I think it totally works.
Can I just pull up my logos really
Yeah.
quick to see?
I
'Cause
might have
have
downloaded them. Why don't you look at the
uh,
names on the logos?
oh, it might be this one actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did different like different versions of it, and I'm not sure what's best because I want to do the if I would do it like
With
like
all the money in the world.
embossing and yeah, I would do the pearl in gold or pearl color. That's like embossing, and the shell I think would be debossing, if that's what it's called. In that iridescent foil. But I'm not sure if it should be gold or if it should be pearl or if I should even have that one stand out. Would be just same as the rest of the shell.
You can go to, I don't know if you know about this stuff. Anybody know about puffy paints?
What?
Puffy paints.
What
For
is it?
t-shirts, it's paints you squeeze in a tube and you put them on
Oh,
t-shirts.
mhm.
Yeah. And you could, or if you don't want to spend money on a puffy paint, you could take white glue, and you know how white glue leaves a big old bubbly drop?
Mm-hmm.
You could put white glue and make that your pearl.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know about everybody else in here, what's the fave logo? 1, 2, 3.
That's
I like
it,
three.
I like three.
And how do they vary? This has stripes and that
Mhm.
doesn't.
No, the
Faint-
pearl also
faint
is easier to
lines.
see. The center
This
pearl.
has lines and this has a solid back here. Right? Solid color.
Yeah,
Those
it's
are good
or
lines.
this
I
one
like
you
which
can
one
see
you
it on the
prefer.
screen how it's different.
Yeah, one has color in the background and one doesn't,
Yeah.
basically.
Have you seen the shimmer they sell in the? They're like, you can put it in with your paints or on top. It's like an opaque shimmer. You can get it at Michael's. I
Okay.
have a whole set of them, but
Mhm.
you can like the glue. You can
Yeah.
dust it.
Oh, okay.
It's
Yeah.
so cool. Go to Michael's, ask them for iridescent dusting.
Yeah.
they have them there.
So I bought the foil there, or the paper, the iridescent.
Oh,
So
you
I
did?
yeah.
You could also, I was thinking of nail polish,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, nail polish
mostly
is good.
that would
Yeah.
be-
right? Nail polish too.
Yeah.
So decide, I think your debossing is going to be tough for you.
Mm-hmm.
Embossing will not be tough for you
Yeah.
because now you can use all these different choices we all came up with.
Mm-hmm.
And what I do is I just go have a good time trying it separately, like print this out, try it with all these different things.
Yeah.
All depends on how much money you got or patience.
But should I stick with the shell or try other, since it will be
Should
kind
you-
of hard to.
Should you use a different logo than the shell we're staring at right now?
Yeah, I mean, I made the sea, or like the horse. What's it called?
Seahorse.
Yeah, seahorse. Just to have something else in
Oh, as
case
backup?
this would be too
Too much?
hard to like cut out.
Oh, what do you guys think?
I like the shell
I like that shell.
Yeah, I like the shell better too.
Okay,
It was
there you
just-
go. You can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it.
All right.
We got confidence in you.
Mhm.
We all like your shell. Your seahorse is cute, but your simple shell, either of these two,
Yeah.
probably that one. Probably the center one where there's more solid color.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Plus, we wouldn't want to eat the tail off that cute little skin.
Yeah. That's right. Okay.
All right.
Does that help you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did.
Good. And Jared, do we have like 3 minutes for Jared here?
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
Jared, we got 3 minutes for you. Come on up.
No, don't worry. It's just want to go over my logos, and I have enough of them there. Cool.
You have enough of them there?
Yeah, like 10 already.
Okay. Jared, where's your logos? Did I download them? Kevin, we didn't do yours. What's that?
Yeah, I just put them up. They're like thumbnails for Raw.
This?
Raw Bar
No.
Market.
This is yours. So we didn't get to yours, Don.
Oh, that's okay.
Don could go instead.
No, Jared. Stop backing out. All right. All right. I don't know where yours is. Where can I find yours?
I just put it up on the forum
You just loaded it to the forum. Okay.
around 2 o'clock.
There you go. Okay. Last one for today. Okay.
So I didn't really do sketching because I'm not really too good when it comes to being artistic with a pencil. So instead I decided, hey, I'm going to just go ham on top of a blank sheet of paper and see what happens with different kind of arrangements and things. So with that, I have a ton of different ideas. As you can see, the name of the restaurant now is going to be called Raw Bar Market, since it's going to be a fresh seafood market, but also have a raw bar there as well. So kind of do your sashimi or whatever else like that on the side. Let's see. Yeah, so at first I kind of was digging this one up here because of the different kind of like arrangements of everything, but then I didn't like it as much because it kind of just looks like war. I don't want to be associated with war. So, so I was like, okay, X-nay on that. Raw Bar Market, the one with the small caps, looks nice, elegant, simple, be easy to print out, and very cost affordable, but I don't like it as much. Same thing with this one, it's just unreadable with all the text going vertical. The one that I really did fall in love with at the end was this one, which is kind of something that is perfect for what I'm trying to bring out, which is like a bistro style. So it kind of brings out that New York kind of feel, like, hey, get in, get out, get on with the rest of your life. But also be elegant about it too, and present yourself in a nice, classy manner. Another one that I was really focusing, or kind of liked a lot, was this one, the RBM, simply because the R, M, and B all balance each other out, and then same thing with the spelling of everything, or how the letters all draw out. It's all very even and symmetrical, at least in my eyes. You guys can tell me I'm full of whatever, and that's okay. And then the third one that I really kind of liked at the end was this one too, which is just a simple kind of, kind of contrasting between thick and thin serif font, sans serif font that, it still incorporates all the colors that I want to bring out in the menu itself too. And that's kind of page 2 is just saying, like, this is the one I wanted. I also tried it out with a sans serif, with a serif font, and then also a sans serif font.
Are you gonna change the color on the R?
No, I'm gonna keep it that color.
so it says bar market and you
Well,
can't see
It's hard to read the green.
It is kind of hard.
Just lighten it up.
Yeah, I
Why
might just change it
is
up.
it easier to read up above? What's different about them? On page 1.
It's the same.
It's
It's the same color.
What if you?
These are all the same color through and through the whole thing. It's just the back background that might be throwing
well,
you off a
it
little bit.
blended. Sure, I don't have my glasses today, but it blended with the black for me on the one.
Which
up
is,
there, too.
I could completely understand that. Yeah,
So it's just
it's all good.
Yeah,
I
I
would,
did.
it's a good point. I would tinker with the black and
Yeah.
see if charcoal gray works better.
That's the other thing I was thinking of too. I didn't really have enough time before I
Or-
uploaded it to really try different hues of black.
Yeah, I think that you need to play with, everybody likes that one best, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, hands down, nothing else is working.
Maybe if you copied the R up there and pasted it immediately behind and then increased it in size slightly or added a like 0.25 white stroke
Beef it up a
to
little.
it behind it, so it's like a slightly white stroke behind the
Um,
green.
I see. So
Or
that it
just
accents
use a
it.
different weight on the RBM, like you know how
Yeah.
Helvetica has thin and regular.
Yeah.
Even that slight difference.
That's another thing too. So just so that the main letters will be accented out, other than
Yeah.
just using the color to do
Bring
it
it in,
themselves.
I mean, there's fonts that have just a slight difference that's gonna make a big difference in the end, you know.
And that's kind of the reason why I wanted to check out what it looked like with the serif and the sans serif. And I really feel like the sans serif is the better way to go
Yeah.
since it feels more modern
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
But like what you guys are saying though, it is kind of, I guess the blue is kind of hard to read right off the top.
It,
know.
it is. It's a good point. And if you go back to page 1, which for some reason seems more balanced because you used a wider font,
Yeah.
like the others were more condensed. So play with your margins that you're balanced and that you've justified them equally.
Yeah. That's
and
another
your
thing.
spacing.
That's another thing that I'm having
W
to.
is extending.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I had a really big problem between the M and the W. Simply because when I tried doing the tabs, I tried organizing by tabs, so at least there'll be enough.
Yeah.
It just wasn't working with the spacing of everything. So, of course, even though the A's and E's are all lined up, and the W, everything is all lined up, because the M and the W are taking up more space, it looks as if everything's thrown skewed.
So you're gonna have to play
Yeah.
with it some more. But hands down, you've got a unanimous which one to play with.
Exactly. And it's
And then
gonna,
I play with your color palette. I would try your color palette and see
Mhm.
what happens with it. And maybe just try it, play with your letters in only white, all white. So
Mhm.
you know what's working best and,
Okay.
and try it that way.
That's what I actually did at first to try to get them all organized.
Yeah, that's what I would keep doing that.
Cool.
Now, I just want to be clear for everybody, don't go away. Come in next week, right, with printed out as close to what you think is finished menus, because we'll tear them apart. So you can, because they should all be perfect, right? Let's just do it. Do the best you can, even if you have to put them together with chewing gum, just do that. And, right? So come with your menus all developed out, type, and then we can take a big red pen to them all. So good start on this, Jared.
Thanks.
I'll look forward to seeing you all next week. Don't forget to do your articles. Do all those giveaway exercises. They're good articles. Okay. All right. This is for you. Thank you. Jimmy, do you want this still?
Yeah.
Okay.